Yesterday, I come from San Francisco.
Wow.
I met John Chen.
John Chen,
She wants to say hello to you.
the actress.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she lives in San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Oh, I didn't
and
know.
Shanghai, between two
In
cities.
Shanghai, oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
We also talk about 1987. You live in Forbidden City. Any memory about that time?
Very vivid. Yeah. I feel really lucky to get to know the Chinese society around that time, because now it's totally different. I mean, not totally, but on the surface, the China looks very different from the one I knew in the 80s. It looked to me kind of a black and white society, but I felt very good energy of the Chinese people. Like I was not allowed, but I visited people's department stores or shops, restaurants, because I looked like a Chinese, so I was okay. And there was only one disco in Beijing. Only foreigners were allowed to go in. The people are not allowed to go in there.
Yeah. For you at that time, what's the sound of Beijing? I mean, the color is black, white,
Black and white,
and
yes.
red. What's the sound of the city?
I remember the sounds of bicycles. I mean, less cars, of course. But also quiet, because we were staying in the famous Beijing hotel next to the Tiananmen Square. The streets are so huge, and so in the evening it's so quiet.
And what's the sound of the Forbidden City?
It's kind of empty. I mean, it's still the architecture. It's so beautiful. So looking at the yards and walls, the palace, as if still emperor is living in his time. But we know it's empty. So it's kind of sad. Maybe that made me feel this, I strongly remember the sound of the wind, sort of the loneliness.
How about the working process? I mean, when you were making the music for the movie, you imagine the loneliness of the emperor a lot. I mean, you needed the rhythm, you needed the image, or you needed maybe the smell? Or what kind of thing makes your first inspiration?
Well, there's no one method. I always say that if there's a method which I should follow to make me able to write music directly, I would follow. But there's no such a method. So anything could help for me to get an inspiration, a smell, or a memory, or photographic memory, a sound, or just a fresh image of TV news, whatever. Memories of being in China, not only Beijing, but we went to Beijing, Dalian, and Changchun. Those memories heavily influenced me to write the music for The Last Emperor, of course. I went to a department store to buy one bicycle. The loudness of inside the department store, right after it opened, I mean, the people were waiting outside of the entrance of the department store, and it opened at 10 o'clock, and they just tried to jumping in. Everybody was trying to jumping in, so it was like so chaotic. The inside was so chaotic, and everybody was playing
Grab something.
Yes. No, this is mine. No, this is mine. No, I'm the first one. like that. It was also like a fights and chaos going on. So loud, it's a good energy. I mean, people's energy, everyday life's energy, and so that made me smile a lot. That sound was the most impressive one.
Before I come here, I went to midnight Forbidden City around the world. I tried recording some sound for you, but all about the car on the road.
Now we have a lot of cars.
And also a wind in midnight making it. The leaves.
Yeah. Nice.
Also, the lovers. The lover talking about the flower.
It's nice.
Yeah.
On the street. On the street.
Near the river.
Near the river.
Near the river. Yeah.
I cannot get so many interesting sounds anymore from New York.
Yeah. So you should move to other city.
Yes. I mean, those cities like New York, Tokyo, or Beijing.
Yeah.
Beijing might be a bit different, but they have very similar sounds. Very similar, and always like cars.
Yeah.
So that's kind of frustrating. Well, it is frustrating. See the World Trade Center.
You take camera, I remember.
I was here, firefighters all over. From here, from there.
18 years has passed so quickly.
So, seeking fame is anti-samurai. Samurai is anonymous. I couldn't accept that change for 10 months. I was almost like a hikikomori, means only being inside, didn't go out at all. Then after that, I was getting used to it. So that's bad.
I enjoy it.
Probably. I enjoyed it.
How it happened?
We means the YMO, Yale Magic Orchestra, were sort of the first music band which went all abroad from Japan to the West in the late 70s. I didn't need to be responsible, but somehow I felt some sort of responsibility to be the head, the tendency or trend. Because around that time also the Japanese products like TVs and cars and also the Japanese fashion started being exported from Japan. And that was the start of a Japanese economy rising.
Japan's #1 at the time.
Yeah, in the 80s. So we were kind of ahead of that decades movement, economic movements. And I hated to be responsible for the Japanese culture. I hated to be a representative. But somehow, I felt that was my role, our role.
In your memoir, you mentioned when you went to UK in '79, you reminded me like society in London. So what's the feeling? At that time.
I felt I shared the very weird and depressed feeling that society was staying in London for almost two years.
You hate London, I remember.
Yes, he was kind of appointed as a representative of Japan, country Japan, which was rising at the time, after Meiji Restoration.
Yeah.
So he had a huge responsibility on his shoulders. At the same time, he strongly believed in his independent thought. That's double bind. Influenced him so heavily.
Now, what kind of person you are, and what's the strong belief of yourself?
I'm too complicated. I cannot define myself. Someone should. Maybe you should.
But actually, you are very determined. It seems that everything is uncertain, but inside it's very determined. Not?
I'm very weak. I'm a very weak person too.
Why did you say weak? How?
The same as everyone. If you see maybe tons of money, if there is a beautiful woman, or good food, good wine.
You enjoy life?
Yes, it's not bad, but then sometimes we have to draw a line, obviously. Draw to do or not, right?
When did you find the line? I mean, maybe when you were young, not maybe lots of temptation, lots of good things to seduce you, actually.
Yes.
But when did you find that line is important? I need a line.
Like, we have a big problem in Okinawa. We have still big problems in Fukushima at the accident site. But the government is planning to do the Olympics next year, which is wrong. So even though I was asked to do something for the Olympics, but I said no. So it's my line. I had to be determined for some sense. So
when did you got the feeling? I mean, is there any conflict between, for artists, I mean, one side about thinker side, the other artistic side? There are two sides conflict, or for you they can